What if I told you that tonight, while you sleep, your brain could be slowly dying? Not from a disease, not from genetics, not from something you ate, but from the exact position your body is in right now, every single night. I know that sounds alarming. And it should, because what I'm about to share with you is something that most doctors never tell their patients, something that sleep researchers have known for years, but almost nobody is talking about it. Right now, at this very moment, millions of people over 60 are unknowingly destroying their brain health every single night, in their own beds, in complete silence. And the terrifying part? They feel completely fine in the morning. No pain, no warning, nothing. Until one day, the memory starts to slip, the thinking becomes foggy, the words don't come as easily as they used to, and by then, years of invisible damage have already been done. I need you to watch this entire video, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which sleeping positions are silently damaging your brain after 60 days, and more importantly, what you need to do differently starting tonight. This information could literally add years of healthy, clear thinking to your life. So please, do not scroll away, do not skip ahead. What I'm about to tell you is that important. My name is Dr. Elena. I've dedicated my career to helping adults over 60 protect their brain, their heart, and their long-term quality of life. And today, I'm going to tell you what I tell every single patient who walks into my office, the truth that most people never hear until it is too late. After 60, your brain changes, blood flow slows, the vessels become less flexible, and your brain's ability to clean and repair itself during the night becomes more and more dependent on one critical factor: the position you sleep in. Most people spend 1/3 of their entire life sleeping, and yet almost nobody ever stops to ask, am I sleeping in a position that is helping my brain or slowly hurting it? Let's start from the beginning, because to understand why your sleeping position matters so much, you first need to understand something extraordinary that happens inside your brain every single night, something that scientists only fully discovered in the last decade. Something so remarkable, it completely changed the way we think about sleep. While you sleep, your brain is not resting. Your brain is actually doing some of its most important work of the entire day. During deep sleep, your brain activates a remarkable system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's private cleaning crew that only comes to work at night. This system uses the fluid surrounding your brain and spine to flush out toxic waste, dangerous proteins and cellular debris that build up throughout the day from normal brain activity. The most dangerous of these waste products is a protein called amyloid beta. You may have heard that name before. Because amyloid beta is the same toxic protein that builds up in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease. Every single night, your glymphatic system works to flush this protein out of your brain before it can accumulate and cause damage. But here is the critical thing that most people don't know. This glymphatic cleaning system does not work equally well in all sleeping positions. Research published in the Journal of Neuroscience showed that the position of your body during sleep directly affects how efficiently your brain can clean itself. In some positions, the cleaning system works beautifully. Toxins are flushed out. Your brain wakes up refreshed and sharp. In other positions, the system is partially blocked. Toxins are left behind. And over time, night after night, they slowly accumulate. This is not a theory. This is science. And this is why what I'm about to tell you is so critically important for everyone over 60. Let's talk about the most dangerous sleeping position first. And I want you to be honest with yourself as I describe this, because many of you are doing this right now without knowing the damage it is causing. Sleeping flat on your back. Now I know, for a lot of people, this feels like the natural, comfortable position. Maybe your whole life you've slept on your back. Maybe someone even told you it was good for your spine. But after 60 days, sleeping flat on your back becomes one of the most dangerous things you can do to your brain every single night. Here is exactly what happens. The moment you lie flat on your back and begin to relax, the muscles in your throat start to lose their tension. Your tongue shifts backward. The soft tissue in your throat begins to collapse inward. Your airway, the passage that carries oxygen to your lungs and your brain, becomes narrower. For many people, this leads to snoring. But snoring is not just a nuisance. Snoring is a warning sign. It means your airway is partially obstructed. It means your brain is receiving less oxygen than it should be. And for a significant number of people, especially those over 60 downs, this progresses into something far more serious. Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea means your breathing does not just slow down, it actually stops. Completely. Sometimes for 10 seconds, sometimes for 30 seconds, sometimes for a full minute or longer. And this can happen dozens or even hundreds of times in a single night. Every single time your breathing stops, your brain is cut off from oxygen. Every single time, your brain sends an emergency signal. Your body jolts. Stress hormones flood your system. Your heart rate surges. Your blood pressure spikes. And then your breathing starts again. And the cycle repeats, over and over, all night long. While you think you are sleeping peacefully, many people with sleep apnea have absolutely no idea it is happening. They fall asleep. They wake up. They feel tired, but they assume that's just aging. It is not just aging. It is their brain being starved of oxygen every single night. And the consequences, over months and years, are devastating. Multiple major studies have now confirmed that untreated sleep apnea dramatically accelerates brain aging. It damages the blood vessels that supply the brain. It increases the buildup of the very toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. Researchers at NYU Langone Medical Center found something that should alarm every single person watching this video right now. People with untreated sleep apnea developed measurable signs of Alzheimer's disease almost 10 years earlier than people without it. 10 years. A full decade of healthy brain function, stolen silently, while they slept on their back. But sleep apnea and oxygen deprivation are not the only dangers of back sleeping after 60. Remember the glymphatic system I told you about, your brain's overnight cleaning crew? Studies have shown that this system is significantly less efficient when you sleep on your back compared to sleeping on your side. That means even if you don't have sleep apnea, even if you snore only a little, sleeping on your back is still reducing your brain's ability to flush out toxic waste every single night. Less cleaning, more accumulation, more damage. Over time. Now let's talk about the second dangerous position. And this one surprises many people because it feels harmless. Some people even think it's cozy, sleeping on your stomach. If you are a stomach sleeper, please pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. When you sleep on your stomach, your neck has no choice but to twist sharply to one side, left or right. And it stays in that twisted position for hours at a time. Your brain receives its blood supply through two sets of arteries. The carotid arteries that run along the front of your neck, and the vertebral arteries that run through the bones of your spine in the back of your neck. When your neck is twisted for hours during stomach sleeping, these vertebral arteries can become compressed, partially pinched, reducing the flow of blood to your brain during the exact hours when your brain needs that blood supply the most. Less blood flow to the brain at night means less oxygen, less nutrients, less efficient cleaning, and less repair, night after night, for years. Additionally, sleeping on your stomach places enormous pressure on your chest and abdomen. Your lungs cannot fully expand. Your breathing becomes shallower throughout the night, and shallow breathing means less oxygen, reaching your blood, your heart, and your brain for hours at a time. Many stomach sleepers also wake up with tingling or numbness in their arms and hands. Most assume they just slept awkwardly. But this tingling is a signal. It means the nerves and blood vessels in your neck and shoulders are being compressed during sleep. And if your nerves are compressed, So is the blood supply running alongside them. If you are sleeping on your stomach after 60V, this needs to stop. Tonight. Now, I want to tell you what is happening to your brain over the long term if these dangerous sleeping positions continue. Because I don't want to just scare you, I want you to truly understand what is at stake. When your brain does not receive enough oxygen at night, and when its cleaning system cannot do its job properly, damage accumulates in a very specific way. Doctors call it white matter damage. White matter is the vast network of connections that links different parts of your brain together. It is what allows your memory to connect with your language, your thoughts to connect with your emotions, your intentions to connect with your actions. When white matter becomes damaged, you notice it first as small things. You walk into a room and forget why you came. You reach for a word that suddenly isn't there. You read a sentence and realize you have no idea what you just read. You feel mentally slower, foggy, less sharp than you used to be. Most people blame these things on aging, but aging is not always the cause. Research now strongly suggests that, in many cases, these are the early signs of years of poor sleep quality, years of insufficient oxygen, years of insufficient brain cleaning, all of which are directly linked to sleeping position. And here is what makes this so serious. By the time these symptoms appear, the damage has already been building for years. This is not something that happens overnight. It is a slow, silent process, which means the time to act is not when the symptoms appear. The time to act is now, tonight. So what is the right answer? What should you do? The research is clear, consistent, and remarkable in how simple the solution actually is. Sleep on your left side. That's it. Of all the sleeping positions studied by researchers around the world, left side sleeping consistently produces the best outcomes for brain health after 60. Here is why. Left side sleeping maximizes the efficiency of your glymphatic system. Studies have shown that this position allows your brain's cleaning and waste removal system to work at its highest possible level throughout the night. Left side sleeping keeps your airway open and clear. Without the gravitational pull that collapses the throat during back sleeping, your breathing remains deep, steady, and unobstructed throughout the night. Left side sleeping is easier on your heart. Your heart sits slightly to the left in your chest. When you sleep on your left side, you take pressure off the heart and allow it to pump blood more efficiently throughout your body and brain during sleep. Left side sleeping reduces acid reflux. Many adults over 60 suffer from acid reflux that disturbs their sleep. The stomach sits naturally on the left side of the body, and left side sleeping uses gravity to keep stomach acid where it belongs. Better breathing, better brain cleaning, better circulation, better sleep quality, all from simply changing which side you sleep on. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You've slept in the same position your whole life. Your body automatically returns to its favourite position during the night. How is this actually supposed to work? Let me give you 3 practical techniques that sleep researchers recommend for making this transition successfully. The first technique is the pillow barrier method. Before you fall asleep on your left side, place a firm pillow directly behind your back. When your body tries to roll onto your back during the night, the pillow stops it. Within a few weeks, your body begins to accept the new position naturally. The second technique is the knee pillow method. Place a medium-sized pillow between your knees when you sleep on your side. This does 2 things. It keeps your hips and spine properly aligned, which eliminates the discomfort that makes people want to roll away from side sleeping. And it makes the position feel so comfortable that your body actually prefers it. The third technique is the neck alignment method. When side sleeping, use a pillow that is thick enough to keep your head and neck in a straight, neutral line with your spine. Not too flat, not too high. When your neck is properly aligned, side sleeping feels completely natural and comfortable. Most people who apply all 3 of these techniques together report that within 2 to 3 weeks, their body has fully adapted. They stop waking up on their back. They stop waking up with neck pain. And many, Within the first week, begin noticing that they wake up feeling more rested, more alert, and more mentally clear, because their brain finally had the conditions it needed to do its job properly during the night. Let me leave you with something important. Your brain is the most extraordinary organ in the human body. It controls everything: your memories, your personality, your ability to think, to feel, to connect with the people you love. And every single night, it works tirelessly to heal itself, to clean itself, to prepare itself to give you another full day of life. But it cannot do that work alone. It needs the right conditions. After 60, you have the power to give your brain those conditions, every single night, simply by changing the position you sleep in. This is one of the simplest, most powerful, and most completely free things you can do for your brain health starting tonight. No medication, no expensive supplement, no doctor's appointment, just your pillow, positioned correctly, and the decision to protect your brain while you sleep. Please share this video with someone you love, a spouse, a parent, a friend, someone over 60 who deserves to know this information. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because every week I bring you evidence-based health information designed specifically for adults over 60. The information that can make a real difference in how long you live and how well you live. Take care of your brain. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next video.